and you got the three phases. You gonna make a local?
Huh?
You gonna make a
No,
local?
I'm just recording it.
Oh, look, you got your neutral right here. From the pump station, this already has a neutral, and you got your three phases coming out.
The ABC.
Your ABC out of your white generator connection. Okay. Now this is your. Now let's talk about. This is the panel, right there.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the lights. And now you're gonna go and this light requires two things. You require a hot
Hot.
and a neutral to settle the argument
It's
about
the black and the white.
the neutral always gonna be connected, brother. Period. Always. The hat, it depends. If you use the first phase, it's gonna be black. If you use the second phase, you're gonna be red. If you're gonna be the third phase, it's
Gonna be blue.
But the hat is a color. The neutral is your white. So you require a neutral, period. Period for anything that you require to power, except when you use a single phase 277, because you don't need a neutral. But anywhere else, you're gonna need a neutral. So let's say right here, let's use the black for just for the sake of it, right? You get your black, you put your, this is what is called home run because it comes from the panel. You got the home run, you go to a switch, and then you go to your light. That's how a connection everywhere in the world, brother. That's it. All you do is just go to a junction box right here, put a switch right there, intercept the home run, and switch it to your light. Simple.
Then you
Now, when the hat, look at the phase A, right?
yeah.
It's pumping your electrons in this way through the switch now when you close it. Why the neutral is needed? Because the current has to go back to the source.
Yeah.
Always. It has to go back to the source to work. It goes back to the hat, it goes through the light filaments, and it returns.
Through the
Your neutral is your return.
Yes.
That's another big word you cannot forget about that. Your neutral is your return.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of
more
more
sense.
sense.
If you don't put neutral,
You have no return.
you got no return.
And you just got straight fire going in
Well,
there. Straight,
it's no return.
the
This
hot,
is not gonna work.
it's gonna blow it or something.
Well, the hat is gonna stop right there because electricity is not like water. If it's no way to return, then it stops right there. The electrons are like this, but it's not gonna light because it's not gonna pump it. Okay, no return. So, if this is not neutral, and you come over here and you put your hand right there, bro, and now you're making the ground, the electricity is gonna
shock
return
you.
to the ground.
Through
You're gonna be the
You're a
passive
conductor.
return.
Yeah.
You're the conductor. That's why we put the grounds. The ground is because if the ground is connected to the body of the light,
It has somewhere to go.
it has somewhere to go. It will return to the ground.
Kind of
And
emergency feature, like, well, but it's natural.
excuse me. And it's gonna take your breaker, okay?
Yeah.
So now that you know what is electric current, you know how it's being produced, how it's being pumped, how is this, I'm asking you this. We have a light right here that requires a neutral, right? Requires a switch leg, and require one that is unswitched. Unswitched. Two sources of power, one switch, one unswitched, right?
Yeah.
Right here, you got your panel, this is your neutral, and this is your power, your hat. I want you to write me a diagram, see how you will solve this problem. And when I say this, I'd say this, hey, Luis, how will you power this light? Because this is what you need to do when you go and do the wiring, have in your mind how you're gonna do it. And then you say, okay, Fernando, simple. First of all, this is what you do. I'll say, definitely I'm gonna put a switch box right here,
You want
right?
to switch, yeah.
Box, right. And then you say, okay, I'm gonna go with my, I'm in a pipe, right? I'm gonna come with my neutrals right here and my hat right here, right? Now, The neutral, you say, I'm gonna send it. So it's gonna be connected.
That's already yeah.
It's always gonna be connected. You gotta supply the neutral. My hat, you say,
It's gonna go to the switch.
exactly, the switch. My hat, you say, I'm going to put a switch right here. This is the symbol for switches, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send it to
To the switch.
the switch. But what about this one? And then you say, oh, okay, cool. Before it hit the switch, behind the switch, I'm gonna tap, and I'm gonna send another line to that switch.
Yeah. So they're both on the same line.
We're both on the same circuit, but one is unswitched. See that right there? It's straight, goes to the unswitched section. The only way to turn this wire is by killing the breaker right here. Flip. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now we had the problem right here with this light. Now that you see how this is done,
So what they did wrong was they connected these two in here.
no.
Well, they connected-
They did two
No, no,
things.
no. They connected to the output of
They
the
put it
device.
the output, but in addition to connected to the output, which is damage internally in the light, they also will have a problem. Let me show you what's the problem. Remember how I drew you right there that switch goes straight to the